So according to Jenna Ortega, Wednesday is going to feel more like a horror flick in every episode while being action-packed at the same time. And it really goes to show you that this woman knows her craft very well. And I take people like this very seriously because of what they do in the industry. She ain't like them other woke celebrities that will do anything to damage the brand of unwanted agendas, knowing that it's not gonna make them money, it's gonna end up costing them bread, if you ask me. But for the most part, I think Wednesday is one of those shows that I definitely admire the most, because I feel like each episode felt different. It felt a little bit more like a horror flick, but it focuses more on Wednesday as well as other characters. Even the finale was even crazy. Even Christine Ritchie's character, she finally got what she deserved. So basically Wednesday just pretty much got her lit back, of course. But as far as the show goes, I think they're gonna end up going all out this year as far as like production values. And I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up seeing a trailer sometime late 2024, because we really don't know how long the film is going to end up being in Ireland. So that should tell you something. So let's get to it. Jenna Ortega is teasing the second season of Wednesday, saying that each episode will feel like a movie. I received some scripts now for the second season, and we're definitely leaning into a little bit more horror. Ortega told Laverne Cox while being interviewed for E! On the Emmys red carpet is really exciting, because all throughout the show, Wednesday never really changes, and that's what's wonderful about her. So she's basically stating that even though the first season was what it was, it never changes. She never changes, and that's the one thing that I admire her for, is just being her true self and not changing. Because once you get famous in the industry, your mind and your ego will become a bit of a problem. So that's the one thing I can respect about Jenna Ortega, is because, like I said, she knows her craft so well, and she knows how to give the fans what they want. If anything, I think she ought to be the face of the Wednesday franchise, because she did a good job as the iconic character. So if anybody can do it, it's her. She continued, there's some really good one-liners, and I think everything is bigger. It's a lot more action-packed. I think each episode will probably feel a little bit more like a movie, which is nice. I love that as well. So the reason why we're breaking down what they say when she says is because, for one, the part where she said that every one-liner is good, is gonna feel action-packed. The part where she said that it's more action-packed, that means that the show is gonna have some really good fight scenes, because the first season has some good ones, but the second season look like it's gonna have some extra more. And what I mean by that is that it's gonna be more fights, more martial arts, instead of using your powers to blast demons or whatever though. But it's good for you to just mix it up a bit, and you can't help but to admire that. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I love about Wednesday and Ortega. You know what I'm saying? She understands the fans. She understands the franchise. I feel like between her and Bernardino, both of them are becoming the most beloved celebrities in the franchise, in my opinion. So I love when she says that each episode is going to feel like a movie while being action-packed at the same time, because usually Netflix shows feel more like a film because it's like an hour long. So I rocks with this. Second season of the Netflix series has moved filming locations to Ireland after filming the first season in Romania. Wednesday ep Steve Stark recently revealed that production for the series would begin filming in April. So I have literally no idea that they actually filmed this show in Romania, because I thought it was somewhere like around LA or another country that I never heard of, but I didn't think that it was going to be filming in Romania. But this is interesting. Really interesting to say the least, though. So if they're going to be filming in new locations, I can't imagine how the Power Rangers reboot was going to end up being filmed in Queensland, Australia, or somewhere around Los Angeles. Though I would have loved for them to actually start filming back in LA, because then again, LA is like expensive. So my biggest fear for Power Rangers is that the CGI is not going to improve well. But as long as the show is good, with good story and good writing and good acting and good action, I'll take it. Netflix recently confirmed that a Wednesday spinoff was in the works, revolving around Fred Arminius, I guess how you say his name's Uncle Fester. So Armisen guest starred in an episode of the series in the first season. Uncle Fester is the brother of Wednesday's father, Gormans Adams. Oh, okay, this is getting interesting. Who uses his ability to generate electricity to revive things. Wow. This one sounds pretty good. This one sounds really, really exciting, because if I would have known that they would have had a spinoff, I wouldn't even want to make this video. Because I remember watching that episode and just how fun he was with Wednesday. So it'll be nice to see that. But I don't know how the show is going to end up doing, because him having a spinoff series, I don't know. What do you think? Alright, so shout out to Deadline once again. And I'm glad that Jenna Ortega is more passionate about her series, about the franchise, because unlike certain celebrities, Jenny is one of those celebrities that I respect the most and I take very seriously, because I take women like this seriously, because in the industry, they're all about sex appeal and sexualizing their images for fame. But I feel like Jenny is different from other celebrities, and that's the one thing I admire her the most, you know, and it's the fact that she's willing to take everything seriously and turn it into something great, you know. And when she said that a lot of what's going to happen in season 2 is going to be filled with action packed, it's going to feel like a movie, like a horror flick film, and it's not going to be like how it was in season 1, but season 2 is definitely stepping up its game. And I feel like certain sequels do good and some don't, but for the most part, when you look at God of War 2, that game was on some serious stuff, and that's one thing I love about it. And for the Mortal Kombat sequel in 2025, I feel like the second movie is going to end up being a lot better than the first one. So same could be said about Wednesday season 1. Even though season 1 was pretty good, season 2 looks like it's going to be even better because of its action scenes, acting, and more character development from Wednesday, as well as other characters from the first season. And you know what? Like I said, I would rather take people like that seriously than the ones that are in it for themselves. At least she knows how to work the industry. So that's the one thing I respect about her. So what are your thoughts on this? Link to the article will be down below, and I'm out.